Welcome back to the images section. So what I have now is this is basically my sketch that has input coffee.jpg and is going to display that image kind of almost like a background on my screen. So if I just run that, we should see that nice background of coffee. So the next thing I want to do is how do I let people manipulate that image? So the basic one is that I might want someone to be able to draw on it. So I've got something set up here where I've got set the stroke weight to 10, set the stroke colour to be 0, which is black, and then if I press the mouse, draw the line. So if I run that again, this is the start of that kind of idea in the assignment that I can use the mouse to manipulate stuff. Now something strange is happening here. Some of you might have spotted what the issue is already, but let's go through this draw function and see what's going on. So I draw my image, and then I draw my line, and then I draw my image and I draw my line. So it's the old issue of layering. So what I can do is I can take that image out the draw equation, stick it inside setup, so that's now going to be completely drawn once stationary, and I can then start to draw things on top. I've got a little smiley face inside my coffee, whatever, right? Now that I've got that, how might I then save the image? Because if I'm a user and I'm going to all this effort to create something, I don't want to just close processing and it's gone forever. I want to keep a copy of that somewhere. So we're going to use the keypressed event handler. So remember, this is looking out for something to happen. Every time key pressed has occurred, this runs once. And I am going to use the command save. That's all I need. Inside save, going the wrong way. Inside save, I'm going to call this funkyimage.png. And so I'm going to save that file in this project folder. So currently, this is my project folder. I've got my PDE file, I've got coffee, that's the one I'm going to input. Now, whenever I press a key, I'm going to output that coffee. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to put a little thing in, just in case this doesn't work, just to make sure that void key press is actually working. So the first thing I'm going to do is run that. I'm going to just press a key. Yep, I'm happy that key pressed is showing up down here. So we can now return to our original plan of saving the image. So now if I run this program, I create my coffee smiley face, I press a key, any key at all. Let's see what's happened. Okay, there's my funky image with the smiley face and the coffee. Now I'm going to add something else to the image. I'm just going to write hello down here with my mouse, so pretty tricky. Okay, now I'm going to press a key again. And so that image has now been overwritten. But what if I kind of want to save my process? What if I want to save things as I'm going along? So to do that, we need to manipulate some text. So we basically need to somehow manipulate this so that it will have a unique file name every time we press a key. And the way we do that is with a counter. So if I have a counter on that, I can increase the counter by 1 each time. Now remember, plus plus just means add 1. I've got a little red underline here, the variable counter does not exist. Yep, we know that. So we can put int counter, and I'm going to start that at 1. So in here, we need to somehow manipulate this to include the image. So to do that, we need to use some concatenation. So concatenation is when you separate two pieces of text and add them together. So you can use the plus symbol. So text plus text is concatenated together. I can put text plus variable is concatenated together into text. And so in this case, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do funky image plus counter, so in this case currently 1, plus .png. It will then increase the counter to 2, and I can then do the process again with the next key press. So now I'm just going to clear that file so that there's no confusion. Move that away. So if I run again, this case I'm going to have my little guy. This time I'm going to give him eyebrows. Save that file. What happens? Here he is. I managed to press it twice. Then I want to just write hi in this space here. Save the file again, and what's happened? Well, now I've got file 3, and hi has arrived. So that first 1 and 2, I just pressed the key twice by accident. So now you can see that I can save a file so that my work when I'm kind of creating something in the processing isn't lost. So that's perhaps a nice addition that you can think about including for your assignment.